Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with Part 7, The Indian Chief Tecumseh, from Book the Second, The Practice of the Mystic Tie by Albert G. Mackey. Part 7, The Indian Chief Tecumseh. Brother Robert G. Scott, past Master of Virginia, in an address delivered before the Grand Lodge of that state in 1845, related the following anecdote, which he says is well authenticated and vouched for by several witnesses now living. During the last war between this country and England, a large detachment of the Northwestern Army under the command of General Winchester was attacked at the River Raisin, and, after a sanguinary engagement, was overcome by a superior English and Indian force, the ammunition of the Americans being nearly expended, and all expectation of succor in vain. They surrendered, on the assurance of their conquerors that the prisoners should be treated with humanity. But they had scarcely laid down their arms when the Indians commenced stripping them of their clothes and beat and insulted all who ventured to complain of such treatment. At length the passions of the Indians became excited. Many of the Americans were tomahawked and scalped. It was, says Brother Roberts, in the midst of such an exciting scene that an Indian chief, with a lofty bearing and the expression of gratification and vengeance marked on his countenance, looked on this work of carnage and blood. Many of his best warriors had fallen by the sure fire of the Kentucky riflemen. He was chafed and maddened by the recent hot contest. In such a frame of mind he discouraged not the bloody tragedy. But behold, now this red man of the forest, what superhuman influence has wrought such a change? Whither has gone that vengefulness, that demon exultation? It is the cry of a Mason and a brother which has reached him, a cry asking for mercy and speaking in language which he comprehends and obeys. He springs from the cannon on which he is resting, and with the swiftness of the deer of his native forest, he bounds among his followers and warriors, his tomahawk uplifted, and with a look and gesture which was never disregarded by his savage soldiers, utters the life-saving command, "Let the slaughter cease, kill no more white men." This was Tecumseh, a Mason, who with two other distinguished chiefs of his tribe, had years before been united to our order while on a visit to Philadelphia. The Percy anecdotes record another instance of the attention of Tecumseh to his Masonic obligations. An officer, in a skirmish with a party of British and Indians in the late war, was severely wounded and unable to rise. Two Indians rushed towards him to secure his scalp as their prey. One appeared to be a chief warrior and was clothed in British uniform. The hatchet was uplifted to give the fatal blow. The thought passed his mind that some of the chiefs were Masons, and with this hope he gave a Masonic sign. It stayed the arm of the savage warrior. The hatchet fell harmless to the ground. The Indian sprang forward, caught himself in his arms, and the endearing title of brother fell from his lips. That Indian was Tecumseh. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.